Saj Hussain.
It's the big day today, 27th of November. It's the Birmingham Awards ceremony. I got up this morning, started getting ready, then this happened. Oh my god, it's snowing in Birmingham. And hey, I think it's all going to melt later on, so we should be okay. However, you know, I am feeling a little bit nervous, to be fair. There's some great people also been nominated for this award. There's actually some excellent property people as well. So let's see what happens.
Saj Hussain. So that's the off on the red line.
He's leaving, he's not won and he's left already.
Not for me, I'm off.
Here's a hold on, just get my phone.
Of course. So, how are you feeling now?
I'm feeling much more relaxed now.
Yeah, really look like James Bond with this bar behind you.
Thank you. The name's Hussain, Saj Hussain.
Saj Hussain, here he is, outfit.
That shake was not stirred. And a sweet lassi at that.
Here he is, 009.
009. So we just finished at the Birmingham Awards. It's been a phenomenal evening, and the best man won in terms of the businessman of the year, and it wasn't me, disappointedly, but it was still an amazing evening. Just so pleased just to be nominated and shortlisted for the awards anyway, and onwards and upwards. You can hold it. Am I allowed to hold it? Can't see my breakfast on my teeth. How's it going, team?
Yeah, good.
Media team en route to Leeds. Okay, let's start again properly. We are on our way, heading over to Leeds to see Tom. Tom does an amazing job with his properties, and we're going to go and talk about one of his properties that he's just finished and it's just ready. The media team in the car. We're doing compact travel today, so we could probably squeeze another one in there, but we thought it might be a little bit too tight. So see you in a little while. Say we aim to get wrapped up there within about an hour and a half tops.
Okay.
So that's completely out there, back on our way. Then we'll find somewhere to pick up a bite to eat and then head back. So I really want to be back by 6 because I've got an evening conference to go to. Right, then we've just arrived by Kareem Class Air Travel. Everyone safely travelled, need to stretch our legs, and then we'll get inside. It looks like a really interesting place. The back-to-back streets of Yorkshire, which we'll show you in a moment. just on our way back, waiting in McDonald's, talking about the systemization of McDonald's. Do you know McDonald's make more money from property than they do from burgers? Interesting fact for you. But we've actually broken their system today because they're masters of systemization. We're sitting in the bays because we've ordered a non-standard order. But hopefully we'll be on our way soon. I've got some great content to share with you. We're just in the car heading back now. And one of the things we were just talking about is cheap properties up north as we're just heading back from the north. And often people talk about going further up north, buying really cheap properties, you get a better return on your money. Actually, is that actually true? So if you, for example, think about what return you're going to make on a property, you could be purchasing a property that makes, say, 6-7%, and you know, it could be £100,000 property, it could be a £50,000 property. But you could have a property you've purchased down in London for even £1 million, and that could have a similar return. So looking at the overall return, sometimes it can be context. You need to think about the context of what we're talking about, i.e. how much return are you getting for what it is that you're investing into that particular property. So if you are thinking about purchasing, for example, one of the northern towns, life isn't necessarily going to be any easier for you. It doesn't mean you'll get an amazing return hassle-free, because sometimes when we're buying cheaper property and we're buying in the cheaper locations, so for example it might be the worst property in the worst areas, yes, you're going to pick those properties up very, very cheap, but also you're going to have more problematic type of tenants in those properties, because you'll not be able to cherry pick the best quality tenants for your properties. And as long as you're prepared to put in the work and effort to manage and look after those properties, then yes, of course, you're going to get a great return on your money. But on the other hand, if you don't necessarily want that hassle, you don't want to be rolling up your sleeves and dealing with all the problems and issues that are going to come with that kind of property, then it's the highest yield isn't going to be the way to do it. Then think about how is it you can make a better return from the property that you're investing in. So for example, Tom's one that we went to look at just earlier now, where he spent £88,000. He spent significantly more in terms of the renovation on that particular property, but overall the amount of money he's making is significantly higher, so a much higher yield. Got back from Leeds, then straight into Birmingham City University for a conference on Islamic finance, a space I'm very interested in, and there's some great speakers there sharing some interesting knowledge, and I'm really keen to learn more about structures that can be used for Islamic finance structures that can be used for investing in property. The challenge is it's very limited in terms of what's available, how they can be set up. So this is something I'm certainly keen on learning more about, so I'm really pleased I came today. Connected with somebody who I've spoken to before on LinkedIn, and hoping to take that conversation further today. Yeah, so Thursday, and I'm back in the office today. It's been an interesting day already, as I've had 2 meetings so far. The first one was with one of my inner circle mentees. They wanted to talk about launching their sourcing business, so they've done quite a lot of work already on that. Some interesting things happening there, and I'll be sharing more about that very soon in the coming weeks. The other meeting I had was with a potential investor who's looking to invest with me, quite a sizable amount of money for some of the projects that we're looking at, but I'm not sure if it's going to be a right fit just now. And when they want to work with me, there's 2 really simple ways that I tend to position that. One is you can either work with me as a partner, a funding partner, as a joint venture partner, and what you're doing is sharing the risks and the rewards with me in projects, and they're investing at least £350,000, and generally we'll do a number of those. The other way I tend to look at it is when people are lending money for projects that I'm doing, and that tends to be a minimum of £50,000. This way it gives people choice, and when you're raising money, you should be thinking about how you can be clear about how people can invest with you and how those investments are going to work. So it just makes it so much easier when you're having those conversations, filtering out who might be the right person for you to work with in terms of them investing in your project. So this vlog has been something that's been a little bit different. We haven't done vlogs like this before, and I just want to share some of the stuff that I'm up to, what I'm getting up to during the week. And really, I'd love to know your thoughts, whether you find these kind of vlogs interesting, or whether you want to watch these, or you want to go back to the kind of vlogs we were doing before, where they're specifically just about the property projects we're working on and about sharing knowledge and experience to help you in your property investing journey. Let me know your thoughts, pop in the comment section below.